Okay, well, the countdown? Or... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first streamed match of the Aurora series. Oops, a match of the Aurora series here. It's gonna be UCSD Navy versus Violet Moon. Agents here, no indecision. The agents they very fast picked their agents very fast here. We have Sky Jet, Cypher, Reyna, and Clove Comp coming in from our UCSD Navy team, and Violet Moon responding with a Clove, KJ, Raze, Sky, and Sage.
Yeah, it seems like both teams here are opting for the same initiator Sky here. Sky being a very common pick here on Bind, having that dog to clear Hookah and U-Haul, as well as having some very strong flashes for B Long as well as for A Showers here. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the Sky this round.
Yeah, starting us off here, we have Violet Moon, 3 gathered outside Shower here. Just a few exchanges, some loose shots here, but no util exchange just yet. It's going to be Sage, actually, tip of the spear here, walking up for Violet Moon. Crystal Bird, a little bit of contact there with Uni there, a few jump peaks and a little spam through the smoke, but it's going to be quiet on the western front. Apart from that, Kim spotted out back sight with her teammate. Classic in hand, just barely killing that trailblazer there. The swing, aggressive. It's going to be Kim with the first pick, but traded out immediately by Crystal Bird. Jen also going for one for one here, but Uni's going to bring the numbers advantage to UCSD. Uni again, 2 in the round. It's going to be healed by Slice pretty quickly. Crystal Bird, quick ankle break all the way to B there. Teleporters in play. It looks like it's going to be the plant on that regular open spot there. A lot of places to shoot from. It's going to be Uni just taking the TP there. Waiting for her teammates to gather around CT. Crystal Bird holding strong in the elbow position here. And Uni, a bit of missed shots for Crystal Bird, but going to win it on the end. And it's going to be against a double face. It's going to be a little too much there, but the first kill was good.
Yeah, as we saw here, picks were going off on A side, going trade for trade, but then eventually it became a little bit hectic, and they kept giving ones on the side of, I believe, Violet is on the attack. I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah, but Violet kept giving 1v1s, allowing for UCSD to isolate their ones and get picks, leaving that Clove in a 1v3 situation almost unwinnable. And as we can see, first point does go to the defense side as a result of that.
UCSD Navy here, as you said, 1-0 up. It's going to be a little bit of a faster look here, but Jen was the outlaw. Shots hitting off rip. Artemis with the double satchel into Lamps, getting that space immediately. The attackers here stamping their authority on site pretty well against a stronger buy. As I say, that's Kim. Great use of the stinger there. Holding strong in Showers here. Just a little tap of the spike. It's going to be watched for. What a shot by Joja. One tap, head off of Kim. Jen's getting one back here. Killing their opposite number there with the outlaw. Yunji, loose guardian shots. Now it's a 4v1. Artemis wrapping all the way around here. Are they aware? Jen just jumping back and on her feet lands the outlaw shot. Fade away. And it's going to be a clean 4v1 conversion there for UCSD.
Yeah, I mean, the eco rounds are definitely where you get ahead, and as you can see, the force of the Outlaws and Guardians are very strong. Outlaw being able to one-shot anyway with light shields there. Jen able to get 4 due to them only having pistols. But it's going to be very important that they bring this bonus to do as much damage as possible in order to ruin the eco of Violet's side. But it's going to be very difficult with them having a very aggressive comp, but we'll see. As the round is
now we're seeing a double outlaw buy coming in from UCSD. Very, very strong, especially if a few of the Violent Moon members are unable to buy heavy shields, but looks like it's going to be actually a B phase this time. 5 people up and short already.
Scout destroyed.
Scout not able to clear out Hookah there, but not really able to make it onto site. Huge hit. What a shot there. Instantly, numbers advantage in favor of UCSD. Violet Moon, a little trapped here. Not quite sure what to do there. Just loose bullets going through the smoke every now and then here. Still just paused in that hookah position, but looks like Violet Moon members are going to be shifting their way on all the way to that long angle, right into Reyna's watch here. So as I said, that Uni there, beautiful shot with the Outlaw, and now they're fully aware. Pixie Law just deciding to take the peak on their own, hoping that weapons advantage can net them the kill. Great dig there by Crystal Burra, but Uni managed to take down their teammate, and it's going to be the aggro push through the TP and a flawless bonus there by UCSD. Beautiful play by them.
Yeah, UCSD Navy is just kind of abusing the fact that Violet Moon isn't able to play as a team, being able to take these angles where Violet Moon is not able to swing together. UCSD Navy using their numbers advantage to get these double, triple swings, as well as abusing the fact that the Outlaw is good at long range. And Violet Moon is just not respecting the fact that, you know, the Outlaw, even though only having 2 bullets, can still one-shot a person if they hit all 2 bullets there.
Speaking of abusing mechanics, Jiu Kim, really great swing through that TP there. Just full running, gunning with the Stinger. Just threw off the Violet Moon player's aim so much. Huge shit, what a shot. Insta Jiggle Peek, taking the head off Sky there. It's gonna be that space outside B. Very much in the favor of the defense here, but looks like they're sniffing out a bit of an A lean here from Violet Moon. Jiu Kim, the shots are landing for UCSD. It's going to be 3v5 in the round. Pixie Flaw in that showers position, seeing if they can reclaim it there. Jiu Kim shots are clean. The Stinger, good at that short range distance, but the gun diff, just 1 bullet to the face and it's over. 5v2 now for UCSD here. Looks like 1 member of Violet Moon has managed to walk their way all the way up long, but we have a little bit of a less aggressive hold here on that B, not wanting to give any one-on-one context here. Really great discipline by UCSD Navy. Good flash as well to spot them out, and he's just swung from way too many angles. Crystal Bird managing to avenge 1 life of their teammates, but it's gonna be Uni to finish the job there.
Yeah, and I agree. UCSD Navy having a lot of the momentum and just getting a lot of reads on Violet Moon here. I think the issue with Violet Moon, as I've stated, is the fact that they're not really communicating what to do on the map. They're being very isolated, and giving these 1v1s towards UCSD Navy is exactly what they want. Being able to create these double swings as we saw with Sky and Jet on B, as well as Jiu Kim, knowing that there's only going to be 1 showers, is able to isolate that and get 2 picks herself.
Yeah, really clean Jiggle Peek spotting there by Jiu Kim. Oh my goodness, the mechanics by UCSD Navy are just too much to handle. Uni, great shot there, and it's going to be smoked off by the defense off rip. Yuji, oh, they walked their way up. Are they aware? Yes, they are. Jojo winning that out in the end there. It's going to be back to a 4v4 here with an Sage ult actually on the attack here, but let's see if they use it. Uni, oh my goodness. Shots were clean, but eventually their head is taken off. Just got a little too overzealous there. It's gonna be a positive round, back down to a 3v2, and there's that res committed by Pixie Flaw. 4v3 now for Violet Moon here. Smokes on sight, the shots are able to land eventually. Jen getting it back. Jen on the ego reswing, but the timing is perfect there. And it's now gonna be a 2.5v1 if you think about it, because of the hold.
My turn.
Oh, as we say that, Cobalt's traded out here. It's gonna be 1v1 here for the ace. Hello?
My ultimate is ready.
Wow.
Where did that one come from?
I mean, that round was very hectic, as you just said. Violet Moon, Joja, able to get that ace, even though it was looking like a little bit of a shambles on A side. I mean, Although Violet Moon were not completely aware of that clove being able to resweep U-Haul as well as the double swing on triple. Jojo was just able to isolate those ones while the chaos was going on, getting that ace and securing the first round for Violet Moon. I hope they bring this knowledge to the future rounds.
Momentum momentarily stopped for UCSD Navy, but still a three-round deficit here. Jen spraying down that Trailblazer. Not going to clear much of sight. Uni here taking a few more contacts on that jiggle swing, feeling a bit confident after those two picks, which, to be fair, really nice shots, but Artemis is able to get their team on site here. And the flash coming out, and the util, and Kala is able to get the kills, but Jen, good for one, but traded out. Jiu Kim still on site here in the shower's position. Been very strong at holding that, but the 5-man site hits have been quite dangerous looking for the past round or so. Jojo thinking about is gonna commit the KJO here, wanting to swing that momentum back. 3v1 now. 3v1 situation here for the defense to win it now. Slice just trapped in CT there. KJO stalling way too much time there. The spike is taking, just gonna look for those exit frags. Unfortunately unable to land the shots, so it's gonna be a save here from Slice. 4-2 for, that's gonna be another round for Violet Moon.
Yeah, and Violet Moon, for once, has able to use all their utility. As we saw in the cusp popular rounds, it's mainly just been a lot of dry swinging and 1v1 challenging as if they have no util, but now using those sky flashes and abusing the fact they have way more util to push off UCSD Navy from these angles, they were able to secure a second round. And with teaming standards, having 3 against 1 at the final ending, forcing Slice to save their Vandal.
Yeah, heavy commitment there of the ults, but around, it's gonna be, looks like a little bit of a sky flash there down B longs, trying to spawn any presence here. Uni contacting that same angle once again. This time Kala, sorry, going around with a Trailblazer, not spawning anything close, so it's gonna be the committal of the cabbages as well. Jiu Kim spotted out finally, always still holding that shower's position, very strong there. It's gonna be spiked down, default plant here, but it's gonna be a 5v5 retake for UCSD Navy. Slice, Trailblazer eating a few bullets, but making its way a little bit into lamps, but it's gonna lose that duel to Artemis, and Artemis is gonna get the showstopper committed, but Slice is gonna take both lives with her as well there. It's gonna be just 3v1 now for the defense. Pixie Far, are they aware? Yes, they are. Jen, clean kill there on the enemy Sage.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Violet Moon was intentionally giving up showers, but I feel like every time they've got an A, they just give showers control for free, and it allows for UCSD Navy to retake even more easily, knowing that exactly where all of them are, as they're forced to only be playing on truck, U-Haul, or short. And it just creates a lot more pressure for Violet Moon to be able to get those picks earlier before the fast retake, and it makes it quite difficult and pretty much a coin flip on whether or not they win when they exec on A.
Yeah, I mean, Jiu Kim has been super strong in that shower position though, so I'm thinking the process is that it's not worth using the util to flush them out, but possibly a thing to look into for future rounds. Artemis here, contact against 2, but it's going to be traded out. Good double face there by UCSD, but a trade isn't exactly in favor of the defense. Pixie Flaw and the rest of Violet Moon are going to recognize that weak site here, so they're just going to run it in, and this is a really strong plan here. KJ Moe's everywhere. It's also going to be the wall there. Most of San Diego here trapped in that CT position. Just really difficult to find places to go here. Kali, a great pop flash out there, but unable to really get any kills from it, but it's going to be good stall there. And now UCSD double clearing this position there. Kala taking Jukin with him. And Yunjit. Great isolation of the duels there by Uni. Coming back to turn it out. 3K in the round for them. Sprays through the smoke there. But Kala is just too good for it right now. It's going to be Slice in the 1v1. No time. The wide swing. But Slice is going to win the duel there. But it's going to be one round for Violet Moon.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like they heard me. I mean, Violet Moon decided this time after taking site to not hold post plan, but instead push CT, having 2 on elbow side, creating a lot more pressure and making it difficult to try to retake onto site, like delaying about at least 10 to 15 seconds, trying to be worried about this CT elbow side, like constantly re-peeking endless flashes as well. So I think if Violet Moon are able to create more space when executing and shoving them off of these angles, it's going to be a lot more harder for UCSD Navy to try to retake these sites.
Time to hunt. Scout
Here we
destroy.
go. Just Trailblazer shot off rip there. Recognizing that aggressive contact that Uni usually takes. Gonna be Artemis. Taking that trip there. Pesky Cypher's shower has been cleared out for now. That Boombot. Ooh, great call by Jukin to ask their teammate to shoot that Boombot for them. The Artemis thinking about this right now. Committal of the nade. Few loose shots there at Jen, but Uni, again, the aggressive peaks. Ridiculous, taking first blood for her team. It's gonna be fast rotate through tunnel even, not even through the regular CT, or sorry, regular attacker link there. It's a little bit of concern of an aggressive flank here. It's gonna be Slice, jump peaks here. Base, still heavily in favor of UCSD Navy here. Loose shots between Ujit and Joja
30
exchange
seconds.
there, but this clock here running down pretty quickly. Gonna have to be a really fast sight hit there, and they're gonna get that spike down. Pixie Flaw, little bit of an interesting timing there to take. Jumping down first as that Sage, it's gonna be punished by Slice there. It's just Joja in the 1v3 now. 2 good shots there, but is there enough time for this? No, it looks like Joja opting to take those exit frags and save.
Now, I think the main issue with this round was the fact that Violet Moon wasn't able to create a lot of presence on the map. And I feel like UCSD Navy really does abuse the fact that if there is no sound, they're gonna push that space. And it leaves Violet Moon in a really dire position, where as we saw, they left with no time and they were forced to take B on a very bad timing. And they left Joja in a position where they just could only get exit frags there.
Yeah, UCSD really great at being proactive there on defense. We saw earlier a 2-man contact down showers, and now it did end up being a trade, but that is a good show of discipline there. Uni, another aggressive angle there. Artemis down to 66 HP, and they're gonna take Pixie Fall with Pixie Fall's life as well into their crosshair. Uni, 2 in the round now. And now it's instantly just a 5-3 situation that Violet Moon have to convert here.
Wow, my eyes are down.
Cam spotted and shot. Jukin staying outside showers. If Cal is gonna win against, or sorry, Joja's gonna win against Slice there on that long angle there. That's gonna be gun upgrade for Kala. UCSD possibly sniffing out the B execute here. You have Uni already making their way through CT and into the back site, ready to hold that.
Blinded.
Sky flashes are shown. Uni aggressive peek,
Down.
and it's gonna be a 3K in the round for them.
Oh no!
And Jen
Sure, I'm afraid.
with the knife in the back. Crazy timing by everybody there. Uni, great job at getting themselves to the opposite site, and that timing on the swing, knowing that Sky would still have the flash out. Little bit of risk with 3 still alive in the round, but
Yeah,
Uni not afraid to make those aggressive plays.
Yeah, Violet Moon, as soon as they get a pick, they just slow all momentum. I quite don't understand why they would do that. It like really hinders their play, and it allows for UCSD Navy to just rotate. And we saw there. That's how their clove got a timing on the other clove there in hookah.
Go to middle of the Trailblazer to clear out hookah there, and Jet shooting it, but gonna get that space up anyway. Changing angles too long, lines and everything. Being thrown to Artemis. They're fully aware. Oh, little bit of loose shots there, but it's gonna ultimately be Yunjit coming away with a kill there. Taking another contact there, a little too low to do much, but is able to shave off quite a bit of HP from Crystal Burb. Kawa finally punishing Uni for their aggressive peaks.
You will not kill my
And now it's gonna be a 5v3, another committal of the ult here. Good time to use it here, and that's the quick rotate through the TPs. The presence of UCSD, a little weak on site here. Just juke him, hoping to stall him out a bit. Thinking about the double swing, but choosing just to swing by themselves, and the bait is good there. 2v2 all of a sudden, 2v1 all of a sudden. Jen in, now it's just a 1v1. Jen doing so good with that clove out there, netting her teammate a kill. Can they close it out? Crystal Burb spray is good though.
Unfortunately, Crystal Burb was able to win that 1v1, but I will say Violet Moon is having a little bit of a dire concern where as soon as they get a pick on a site, and knowing that there's barely anyone on site, they still slow down quite heavily, and it does allow for rotates, which is why the round was so close. I feel like if they were going to make a little bit more of a play, if they push site a little bit faster, I think they would have caught UCSD Navy off guard and been able to secure the round a little bit more nicely and saving some more guns.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, the round conversions haven't been the cleanest. Oh no! The ult committed! Jen is on an absolute tear here, looking for a 4. Jojo finally shutting it down. It's gonna be 4v2 now. Crystal Burb, committal then all but Uni takes him down, just a 4v1. Jojo 1 HP here, does have the KJ ult, but oof, as I say that. But it looks like UCSD are just gonna play the safe here, commit everything to winning this round. I mean, it is the last round for the switch, before the switch here. Yunji taking that first contact there. And it's gonna be Joja impaled there by the jet knife. 8-4 for UCSD Navy.
Sides.
I mean, my hope is for Violet Moon that they would use a little bit more Yuto. I feel like they're a little bit too conservative with it, and that's why they lost that round towards UCSD Navy. Not using that Trailblazer to clear up short, and Jen just abusing the fact that they're not respecting the space and using utility and just dry swings into 3 and being able to pretty much secure the round.
Jen, they're great job at cutting up those contacts, but I'd like to call attention to that play there. The call by Jen for their teammate to shoot the Trailblazer before it spots them out. Little micro call there, but that got them the 3K and the round. Really good by UCSD. This time, it's going to be really fast approach here. Flash in the face of Yunjit, but the Horde has already arrived to Lamb's Kala, trying to hit those right clicks, but Yunjit, a little bit of an overheat here, is going to get their 1, and that's going to be it though. More contacts coming through for UCSD. Jen getting the numbers and then some. Jiu Kim making it a 4v1 here. Jen aggressive push into that CT, cleaning the round out for UCSD.
Yeah, I mean, Violet Moon, again, they're being abused by the fact that they're just not playing together. And especially in that U-Haul scenario, they should be playing a 1-2 contact, but they're not. And letting that jet even run down that 1v5 and still being able to get that pick anyways. I mean, I think they just need to respect a little bit more of UCSD Navy, and I feel like they would be able to convert a little bit more better of these wins for their rounds.
Spike down B. Careful.
Seems like after taking the site, it's a 3v3 situation. UCSD Navy versus Violent Moon here. It seems like the defense here are opting for a 3-man flank here. Very interesting from Violent Moon here. It might be a little bit difficult to read, but it seems like as they're taking the space, they're starting to realize that they're all on the flank side here. UG, hearing that first
is going to
contact.
reveal their hand here. Aggressive peek here. Probably hears that quote coming to them, and it's going to be the rifles.
White clean.
Stinging for UCSD there, netting in that round. Really good TP play there by Violent Moon, but the guns and the mechanics were just too good by UCSD in the end.
Yeah, I mean, UCSD is doing something that Violent Moon isn't doing, which is creating space whenever the spike is down. I mean, being able to take extra space just leaves a lot more wiggle room and a lot less worry for these unknown angles. And due to that, Violent Moon isn't able to even capitalize on the fact of flanking 3-man as they're super aware of where they are.
Gonna be a B lean here from UCSD. Ooh, wall there, committed, and also that out orb gained, but the lean towards B, looking like it's gonna be pretty good here. Not a lot of defender presence on site. Jet already dashed on, probably aware of that. Uni through the smoke. Great awareness there. More sprays through the smoke. Here it's gonna be isolated in the end there, but Jen bringing down to a 5v3. Jen, ego swings coming out. Oof. Good timing on the first peek there. Possibly a little overzealous on the second, but nonetheless, it's a 4v1 for UCSD. The Horde approaching via the last Violent Moon player. It's going to be 11-4 in the favor of UCSD.
Their sides aren't going to take one step.
UCSD are just kind of on fire. Just like doing these 3-2-1 swings and kind of overwhelming Violent Moon. Even though they are able to get these one-on-one picks, just trying to contest when they're getting swung by 2 or 3 is just a little bit too difficult for Violent Moon to try and equalize.
Here we go. Bit of a... Nope, same approach here. I don't know what I was talking about. It's gonna be that long space. Very heavily coveted on this map. Probably the best way to attack that B site here. It's gonna be cleared up through the Trailblazers. Fast on already. The Senti util is gonna work for the first pick, but it's gonna be UCSD with the numbers advantage despite that. Jen looking to throw the weight around here. A little looking to take that isolated duel in. Oof. The double face through the smoke is too much for Jen, but the middle of the ult here, interesting time to do that. It's gonna be a clean conversion by UCSD. Looked a little scary because of that Sentinel util there, but the team fighting was just too much for Violent Moon to handle there.
Yeah, I think the main way for Violent Moon here to come back, I think it's just being a little bit more disciplined. I think the issue is that they want to try and retake really quickly, but unfortunately, the thing is with UCSD Navy, they're just so fast with taking that space, and it's catching a lot of Violent Moon players off guard. I think if they just use a little bit more util to clear, I think they'll be able to secure a little bit more rounds.
Yeah, the team fighting from UCSD Navy has been really good this whole game. Great discipline by the Tritons here. It's going to be flash through the smoke. Interesting time to swing there. Probably hoping for that stage peek, but it's going to be both taken down by the UCSD attackers here. 5v3 once again. Joja getting one back here, but Uni going to make that kill a little less relevant there. Artemis trying to use that wall pen there, but Yunjit's just gonna win that out straight up. It's gonna be 4v1 that Joja has to convert there. Here, they've had some really nice shots, but hit by that cabbage too. It's gonna be super tough here. Spike just starting to speed up though. It's gonna be free fire just coming up. It's gonna ridiculously hard situation to play here, and Uni's going to be a 3k in the round for them and wrapping it up for UCSD.
I don't take out the trash.
Okay.
Thank you for watching the first game or the first match of the set. We'll be right back in a bit. Hello, welcome back to our second match of the set. UCSD in the first one, running away with it a little bit. 13-4 on bind for them. The confidence must be pretty high for UCSD coming into the second match here.
As we can see from Violet Moon, the comp is changing just a little bit here. Having that Silva to get a little bit more info gathering, as we saw that the Skydog was constantly being shot. So just having a little bit more util to be in the pocket does grant a little more of Violet Moon to have a little bit more wiggle room to try and take the space. As we can see also from UCSD Navy, also deciding to take that Silva. Silva being a very great initiator on this map, having those long angles and that Silva scan, be able to scan 360.
Yeah, very meta picks here, except for that Phoenix pick by Jen. Very interesting, but
No charges left.
those flashes, man, we like a good, like, I feel everyone I think that plays Valorant has seen what a good Phoenix player just does to a game, man. Those flashes so hard to dodge, and then like the heals and that ult that just feels like it comes every 2 rounds or something. So I think that's a really interesting pick and quite indicative of that playstyle we saw from UCSD from the last match. Just really W key in your face, not afraid to take a duel. It's gonna be a 2-1-2 setup here coming in from UCSD. 2 committed to garage here, or 1 committed to garage. Looks like Kim was putting up that trip there. Dart is gonna come out, clear that space here. Uni, first contact already, nailing a few shots with Pixie Flaw, but Pixie Flaw responding in kind there. Both duelists now super low for their teams. It's gonna be that smoke in the attacker's face on that choke point off rip. Artemis activating that dash there, waiting for that timing. Team is gathered around. UNG winning that duel in the end, and Kawa's gonna trade it out here, and Kawa's just walking all the way around that default plant position. Artemis on a tear here, 2 in the round on that Jet. It's just gonna be Phoenix left, and Artemis rounding that little Radiant Knight crate there, closing it out for Violet Moon. Hot start there for Violet Moon.
Yeah, for Violent Moon's exit, it was looking a little shaky as they're about to get pinched, and already the whole entire UCSD Navy on site. But Artemis was able to get those picks swiftly, being able to create at that space before getting pinched, allowing them to get that 3K and killing the flanker as well, securing the first round for Violent Moon. And it seems like we're gonna go on a timeout on round 2
already. Maybe it's a type pause. I don't know, but well, I guess that's not our job to worry about. Well, it kind of is, but
Yeah.
fuck. Let's talk about the game.
Yeah.
UCSD Navy, very disciplined and very good on those team fights. In the first game, the first round here, not winning that team fight there, but do you think that's kind of an individual brilliance thing from Artemis there, or is this a different approach we're seeing from Violent Moon?
I think Violent Moon here is going to be a little bit more aggressive. Like Artemis there just like dashing forward, even though knowing there's 3 Silva, even faking the plant and full swinging into 3. I think their game plan this time is to be a lot more aggressive, you know, aggression on aggression, and trying to get those picks before they do get pinched, because I believe that was the fact of reason why they kept losing a lot of rounds. Just not being able to get the kills before getting double or triple swings.
Who's there?
Yeah, UCSD always super proactive in their approach to defending and attacking here. It's gonna be same dart here to clear out that long angle there. It's gonna be multiple Violent Moon members just running down that sewers area, but UCSD unshaky, betting on this A execute coming in here. It's already 5 members flooded onto site there. It's gonna be 3v1 all of a sudden here for the attackers. Looked a bit threatening there with UCSD already making their way to defend site there, but the guns and the util rang out perfectly for Violent Moon.
Yeah, Violent Moon, I mean, being able to not only aggress, but use util to get these guys out of the corner here, using that molly to kill that guy on Graffiti was a really smart play, as they were killing one of the crosses between Graffiti and default site there. I think the only thing that was very worrisome was the fact that they were pushing 5, but I mean, having those guns and using that util to shove them off is really what made or break that Eco round.
We go now. Change to C. Interestingly, on the gun disadvantage against the UCSD rifle round here. Artemis just waiting. Both duelists actually waiting inside that smoke, and UCSD already pretty sure of this execute coming in here. Smoke is gonna fade in the faces of both teams here, and we're at a little bit of a standstill. Both teams not quite sure what to make of the situation they've gotten themselves in. Drone through on site, clearing a little bit of close, but shot down. Cut noise here. Uni, aggressive angle to be taking there. It's going to be Yunji waiting to see if anyone wants to make any aggressive plays towards that garage angle, but looks like it might be an A. It looks like Violent Moon might be ending A here. Pixie Flop heading into sight for their team with just that ghost in hand, but Slice
30 seconds
taking
left.
note of that dart destruction there. Smokes in their face, fully aware of the execute there. Is gonna get the pick on 1 here. Is he? Ooh, Pixie Flop, aggressive and brave there. Taking care of Slice, and a little bit of a whiff there from Jen with the Sheriff calm aim coming in clutch, and what a lurk there from Artemis to get the backstab on Jukim. Bonus round conversion for Violent Moon.
Yeah, that was a very good choice by Violent Moon, especially from Artemis, being able to lurk a B there and get that backstab on Cypher in that 2v1 scenario. I think also a very great thing that Violent Moon was able to do there was able to coordinate how to get back onto A after failing to take C site there, realizing that there's a little bit too much pressure on C and rotating towards A when there was only 2 players on site to defend, and be able to capitalize and get that 3rd round for them.
Yeah, you would have thought with the aim we've been seeing from UCSD, I would have actually placed a decent amount of money on a multi-kill there from Sova, but really brave play there from the Violent Moon Rays, and it's going to be the flash by Jen. Not able to get anything quite off it yet, but that space is still going to be handily in UCSD palms. Another flash, a few stray bullets, but nothing gained from, not much gained from it other than some information. It's going to be a few members of Violent Moon already making their way. Decent amount into sewers here. Kalia just taking those, just jiggle peeking here, seeing if anyone wants to poke their head out, but it's going to be a crossfire setup by Uni and Jen there. Pixie on the lurk, getting their one, and the crossfire setup broken actually by Kawa there by themselves. Slice taking one life with them before they go down. It's going to be Jukin making that rotation 4v1 with just a Marshall in hand. Not exactly the most likely scenario, and as I say that, Joja lands a pretty nice shot there onto Jiu Kim's head.
Yeah, and pretty much a free round for Violent Moon there, being able to get another round within the eco of UCSD Navy. I think also what you mentioned with just being able to break those crossfires is essentially what UCSD Navy was kind of abusing the last game, and now Violent Moon kind of adapting to their playstyle, being able to break these with a bunch of util and shoving them off them angles, being able to isolate them, as well as just having that lurk mid just creates a lot of pressure for UCSD Navy.
Yeah, unfortunately the duelist lurk is working for them. Please, I hope no one in my ranked games thinks that they're them, because these guys are pretty good at the game and the people in my ranked games are not.
Yeah, for sure.
Artemis there, posted up in that smoke there once again. No sprays coming out. It's actually a Vandal by the Cypher, which I would argue a bit of a different vibe than usual. As I say that, it's working out quite well. 2 picks for Jiu Kim already. The 2 spearheads of that Violent Moon attack being taken down there, and Jen with the ult in hand, getting another for UCSD. Uni duel against Joja there. It looks like Joja's just gonna win that out. 4v2. Joja is a little bit low, half HP. But Jen, aggressive push here, and she's just gonna win that one out there as well. It's gonna be Jen noticing the retreatal into CT, and Jen getting the last 2 kills there for UCSD Navy. It's 1-4.
Oh, okay. We back in it now.
Now, this round I think was a little bit of a gamble, but I think the hero play from GU was able for them to win this round actually. Just swinging off a site, dry swinging into 2, barely being able to get that was pretty much a hero play out of UCSD Navy to hold C before their whole team came, but it worked out in their favor and pretty much shoving Violent Moon all the way into their spawn.
Yeah, that ability to play make by UCST fully on display there. Crazy double in the round by Jiu Kim. Artemis committal to the ops despite just losing that, and it's gonna be Uni punished for, well, the regular Uni shenanigans. Always willing to take that first peek. This time, unfortunately, not working out for them. Jiu Kim's made their way pretty deep into C long here. Just slotted into that angle. Jen there, getting the pick back for UCSD. It's going to be committal of the Razal. Oof. Ballsy swing by Yuji there, but Dixie Flaw, rocket in hand, is punishing it. 2v4 now for the attack here. Slice, not feeling exactly safe in their own spawn here. 1v1 duel taking, and the bullets are going to land to Fixie Flaw. Crystal Barb looking like they were about to make that wraparound. 4v1 in the round here, just getting that old orb to a different player here. Silva already has his. Jiu Kim on that flank here. Gonna be hard, but if they can win this duel here, very winnable. As I say that, Cal hits quite a nice shot onto the dome of Jiu Kim. Clean conversion there by Violent Moon.
Yeah, I think Violent Moon is a little bit more comfortable on Haven, just knowing these timings and just pretty much lurking up all the way in their spawn and just kind of assassinating UCSD Navy for these timings. And it's kind of hard for Jiu Kim to try and hold this space, especially since only so much of our util can cover most of these entry points.
Yeah, this is just an absurdly big map for the defenders to handle. So it's going to be just very difficult against those attacking sides here. And I think we're seeing a lot of that that play style of Violin being way more comfortable on this map, with way more of the map to work and way more rotates that you're able to drag there. The two sight bind, not as favorable for that. Dual taken there, but no shots landed quite yet. It's going to be an outlaw committal, betting possibly on a little bit of an eco there by UCSD. Uni though, aggressive shenanigans at again, pick in the favor of UCSD. 4v2 now for UCSD. After some great plays there,
Enemy remaining.
Jiu Kim taking one down there. Great timing on that flank. Suddenly it's a 2v2 though.
Spike planted. One
Uni
enemy
getting
remaining.
that pick on Artemis, and it's gonna be Jiu Kim to just go away and wait for the ult to run out. A little scary in the end there, but it's gonna be a conversion for the second round from UCSD nonetheless.
I mean, UCSD Navy just took a little bit of the playbook from Violent Moon and kind of just also taking space themselves and contesting these points at Violent Moon. And unfortunately, Violent Moon wasn't able to win those ones. But like I said, getting those 1v1s are a 50-50 coin flip. It's just that I think Violent Moon wasn't expecting them to try and take that space so quickly this time.
I mean, you're 4 rounds down. Why not make a play, I guess?
That is
It's gonna
true.
be Jiu Kim, very similar setup. That trip, watching that garage space here once again. 1-2-2 setup by UCSD. Uni, middle of the Blade Storm actually into this round here. Slice, just a defensive solo ult off rip. Are they able to tag anyone? No, unfortunately not there. It's gonna be Jen. Slotted in a very aggressive position there. Spammed out though. Great awareness by Violent Moon. Attacker KJ is down here. So likely looking like it's gonna be Sight, save for a crazy play. As I say that, Uni, great shot there. Uni just barely unable to get out of dodge there, but teammates all around them to cover. It's gonna be 4v4 retake for UCSD. Just a Clove ult and Jet ult in hand. As I say that though, Slice double in the round so quickly there. 3v1 all of a sudden. Just the last one in hell. How though? The mechanics are insane. Taking down 3 different UCSD players in their face.
Although UCSD Navy was kind of in favor for that retake, I think the major thing that happened there was that UCSD Navy was trying to trade each other, and due to that, all of them kind of just synced up and made it easy for Kala there to get that spray down with the Phantom, as the Phantom is very well known for getting those spray transfers.
Disgusting Phantom clip, or sorry, Phantom clip of the day. So I was honestly so flabbergasted that they got that round in the end. Ridiculous mechanics by Kala there. I guess that's why you don't write them off quite yet, huh? Uni though, aggressive shenanigans. Oh, aggressive shenanigans. Shenaniganed a little too hard there. Picking the round, but Artemis just once again just likes posting up in the smokes, hoping for any over-aggressive pushes. Jen here though, quite a lot of space and grass. Good intel on those rotates. Slice. Getting one for the UCSD Navy and getting another one while they're at it. Aware of this possible walk up onto the and onto the sewers position as well. It's 4v2 for UCSD after some great aim. Jen puts it up in the grass position from earlier. Does hear the rotates. Holding strong there. Just expecting one to walk right into their sights, and it's gonna look like they're. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Last player standing.
2v1 now for UCSD, just eating that trip. Full trust in their teammate Joja to trade that out, and they did, but ultimately the double face from UCSD was too much to handle. And now Joja there with a spike, possibly trying to make a go of it into B here, but looks like there's not going to be any time, and it might just be a save, but knife out. Jiu Kim spraying them down.
Oh dear. It seems like although the round was kind of a 50-50 situation there, the whiffs just going back and forth, left and right. I mean, it seems like it was a disease of a whiff there from the Sheriff, the Phantom, to just the random trading that just like created chaos and eventually left Joja to not be able to plant that round.
I mean, really nice mechanics on display for that first part of the round. The chaos of the round there, though, did leave a few of the moments to be just that hectic, just bullets everywhere kind of round, you know? Jen looking to just aggro onto that space outside a garage. Joja's gonna give them that 4v5 now for UCSD, just some random sprays before the recall is initiated here. It's Sova reclearing that space, completely wary of any possible UCSD aggression, as they've been so known for doing. As I say, that Uni aggressive push into window is gonna net them that round. UG swinging with their teammate here,
Enemy remaining.
is able to get their one,
Down.
and it's now 3v1 all of a sudden. Jen netting that kill in Pixie Flaw. Jen aware of that presence that I might have cast a curse to them. Knife out just as Kala peeks, but the bullets aren't going to be able to land on Jen's head. Kala, though, still does need that spike. What a ridiculous jiggle peek. Oh my goodness. Just going to be Jen, the only full HP member here. Jet, ironically, a gentle breeze could knock them over here. But Jen, ridiculously aggro positioning in that one and done position. Kala not expecting it in the slightest. 4 rounds against 6 now for UCSD Navy.
Yeah, I mean, one thing UCSD Navy really be able to get that round in the beginning was actually Jen kind of just aggroing out Garage there, getting that info that there was TU, and just popping that ult, getting that first pick, and also pinging to their team where the spike was, as they were able to see where the spike was and kind of read their positioning, and it created a lot of issues for Violet Moon, as UCSD Navy just knew exactly what their game plan was there.
Yeah, eventually the Anaconda plan of UCSD working out there, just choking out so many, despite how hard it is on that, choking out so many of the possible areas that they could be. A little bit of a fight there. Jen is gonna get their one, but it's gonna end up falling against the 3 or 4 players they contacted in that garage position. Just a decision to stand and fight there. Chiu Kim, again, aggro push there. Are they aware? Oof. One of them was, but are gonna net the kill there. That close range ability of the Stinger, not quite enough to stand against the
Last player
just
standing.
damage of the Vandal here. It's suddenly a 1v1. Both a Gentle Breeze able to kill both here. Yoonji on an angle still, and it's gonna be Yoonji to land the first body shot. 5 rounds now for UCSD.
Now, although Violet Moon did not secure that round, they did a lot of damage to UCSD Navy, getting these timings with these stingers. Gotta say it right now, Madison Kim with the stinger, kind of a demon, kind of just a broken gun in general, to be fair, and being able to get those spray downs and running guns, and now equalizing. However, it is the last round, so it's not that too much damage for UCSD Navy, but likely see the full buy from each side here for the last round for each of them.
Wasn't able to touch on it earlier, but ridiculous flick by Joja to kill Jiu Kim. Jiu Kim there in a round-winning position, I would say, honestly, but after getting the shots, not quite able to land. Uni aggressive shenanigans again, almost getting the better of their opposite number and raise once again. Quick on site here, Artemis just dashing through here, but it's gonna be also the committal of the raise ult. Finally notices Uni, but Uni's actually gonna get the kill on them before that. Knives all around there, just out, and it's gonna be Kala saving the whiff there. Flash into the site by Jen to see if they could get anything. Jen aware of this angle
Last player
on
standing.
heaven, but Chiu Kim, great flank timing, and the ult coming out to make sure they know where this person is.
Come on, let's
Jen there, aggressive swing, 6 rounds there. UCSD Navy, amazing job of bringing it back.
charges left.
Yeah, I mean, Violent Moon was initially getting those aggressive picks with that Razal on Graffiti and Artemis getting those 2 picks with the knives. However, the issue was that UCSD Navy did, in fact, retake really quickly, catching them a little bit off guard, leaving that Jet in a 1v2 scenario. And especially with that Cypher popping that ult from Jiu Kim, it did force Artemis to play a really unfavorable timing, and she does get picked off from Heaven as a result of that.
Turret out.
Yeah, Jukin getting in some really great positions for a few of these rounds there. That position in Covey, they've been able to claim that spot actually quite a lot, or were able to claim that spot quite a lot down C, limiting a lot of the map for Violet Moon, lest they clear her out.
Spike drop.
Aggressive down long here. It's going to be the nade in the face of UCSD. 4v3 trade there. Artemis is just too good with the bandit right now. 4v2 all of a sudden. Aware of anyone in that smoke and is looking to claim that area next to the spike and take advantage of that bandit's long range ability there. Just Jen is slicing around now. It's going to be Jen actually winning that out against Artemis, but not before Artemis lands a few pot shots there. Just 6 HP on Jen. Desperately trying to get rid of that turret so it can't kill them there. UCSD trying to retreat here. A little bit of a whiff there for Crystal Bird, but it is going to be closed out. And we got ourselves a really nice round display up there.
Yeah, I mean, the defense side here of Jiu Kim inside
No
of
charges
UCSD Navy was able to secure a little bit of those picks.
No charges left.
Oh, sorry. That is Violet Moon.
No charges
My
left.
bad. Violet Moon was able to get some of those picks with the bandit. And UCSD Navy did respond a little bit with some fire, but they did get pinched from sewers, and that does
Turret out.
leave in favor of Violet Moon getting that round. Oh my word, SBC 6-7 in the chat.
Of course. It's gonna be UCSD on the deficit here in insert overused hand gesture. Great shot there with that Marshall. Kick off rip for the defense here. Uni's making their way into sight, but the Spectre close range is too much for the Ghost to handle there. 2v5 now, looks like. Ooh, what a shot there from Slice, but apart from that, pretty clean defensive conversion there by Violent Moon.
I mean, it is very difficult to win the Eco round, and especially since B is a very common format for those who are on the Eco round. Violet Moon was able to abuse that idea and be able to take them down before they could even exec on B.
Yeah, I mean, the B exec, pretty good decision there, as you think that is less likely to be held that strong compared to the extremity sites, but ultimately was going to be the read from Violet Moon there. This time the B slam still coming out, this time with the gun advantage and rifles in hand. Just sprays through the smoke. Authority is stamped on sight here. It's going to be the drone, hopefully trying to re-clear some stuff. Angle on high by Uni. Unfortunate time to drop down. It's going to be the trade 1-for-1. Jen's life for Artemis. Trades coming out here. It's going to be UCSD the numbers advantage, but HP disadvantage. 3v1 though for Joja. Also at 1 HP, the run and gun coming out. Spike taking really fast here. Joja just waiting a second, trying to get that dart out, but the cam placement by Jukin too sneaky there. And despite being a 2 HP, it's going to be the round closed out for UCSD.
Ooh, now even though that round was a little iffy, trades going back and forth between Violet Moon and UCSD Navy. As you just mentioned, GS Kim's camo was able to get a lot of info of the last couple of players back site, and Jiu Kim creating a lot of pressure for them and allowing for UCSD Navy to secure their rifle round.
A little bit of a weaker buy here. Uni forced to go to that Guardian here because of the losses inflicted on them in that rifle round. It's going to be full buy across the board for Violent Moon.
Placing
Jojo, a little bit of a setup
placing
here
swarm grenade.
on that C, but and then that looks like where we're gonna be heading here. Jen with the ult in the 4th round. Like I said, Phoenix ult. I swear that stuff. I swear that thing. Every 2 rounds, man. Jen making just so much space. It's gonna be the retreat into the backside. Jen looking to see if they can get one. Popped a few, probably popped the shields a bit on Jojo, but not too much damage done, thankfully. But that is gonna be spiked down. Uni, hold up in that backside position. Just too low to stand for it. Jen, aggressive angle here, and just HP too low to stand for. 2v3 now for UCSD. Ju Kim, crazy timing on this wrap. Are they aware? Yes, they will be now. But Ju Kim, the mechanics, winning out that first duel and the spike diffuser killed. It's just 1v1 mirror matchup here. Yoonji. Not too. Yoonji just gonna be cleanly converting that one. 3K in the round despite the slightly worse weaponry, and it's gonna be all tied up.
Wow, even with Violent Moon, be able to get these exec and get these early picks, I think Jiu Kim is really just great at getting these timings and backstabbing them. Being able to get those picks, create a lot of pressure, and create these crossfires that they're just not able to really break down as the time was ticking down there.
Placing
Yeah,
alarm
Jiu
bot.
Kim, that pesky alarm bot away from probably a round winning 3K, but despite that, it was still a round winning 1K and position that they managed to attain. Great mid rounding.
Revealing area.
Slice here. That scan sent to that backside. Of some of the knives here, and Artemis is gonna go 1-for-1 with them. Ooh, unfortunate timing on the swing there. Great use of the sheriff there by Jojo. Just calm aim, managing to take down 2 bigger guns there before eventually losing their life. That
Going up.
Enemy mark.
Kala does manage to mark one. Crystal Verb, great timing here, but they might be aware of this now. But the Guardian isn't the best close range here. It's gonna be 2v2, and it might be the ace, but no bullets left.
Ready.
We're in the.
Watch your eyes.
Oh my goodness! Ridiculous ace there from Jen.
Sure.
Ooh.
The flashes for Phoenix just so strong, and the aim, taking down that Silva on the great swing timing as Crystal Verb is retreating with the ult there.
Yeah, and even with UCSD Navy feeling a lot of pressure from Violet Moon, Jen was able to capitalize on that and be able to get that ace even though they were running out of bullets there. Quick thinking to get that Spectre and get that final kill. I think also with the new patch of Phoenix, being able to get a flash after every 2 kill just made that clutch a little bit more easier.
Yeah, Jen there. What a play. I was, again, just not ready for that at all there. Little bit of a whiff on that Phoenix ult, but it is going to be Jen just flashing through and getting that sight for UCSD. But now it is a 3v4 all of a sudden.
Spike planted.
Oof, trades coming out in the favor of UCSD. Jiu Kim, round-winning position once again. Great work up Garage there.
Jen just really disrespecting the space, does not care at all how many players are on B site. Just really running into Violent Moon and saying that I want to aim duel, and it's kind of working out for them.
I mean, Jen, on no pun intended, fierily hot right now after that ace. Mechanics ridiculous right now.
Out.
Just seems pretty unplayable, all things considered. The setup now. Shift over of UCSD. Oof. Gamble of the ult there. It is gonna be good for 1 there, but Yoonji insta committal of that Clovault there, trying to hopefully sneak a bit of a timing there. And the pressure caused by it's gonna lead to the flood onto site by UCSD.
Exactly where.
Violet Moon frantic in response here. 3v4 in their favor once again, but UCSD have been quite good at getting themselves out of situations like these. The stall, Phoenix E2 used for that stall there. 2 flashes in Jen's hand, and honestly, if Phoenix with 1 flash is already terrifying enough. Oh my goodness, Jen, you're gonna go for this again. 4K in the round. Last one backside. It's again another ace. Jen, what a ridiculous run of form you're having right now.
No charges left.
Oh my gosh.
No
I mean,
words.
Jen is really just on fire right now. Just kind of getting an ace back to back, essentially.
That time I was ready. That time I was ready.
Yeah, for sure.
That time I was ready to get the appropriate reaction for a play like that.
Yeah, I mean, Jen just really running it down, really embracing that Phoenix gameplay. You want to play? Let's play.
I can't believe, like I said, a Phoenix with 2 flashes, terrifying. And that's gonna be the Jen coming in with the ult again, which this time, literally the second round, I think, after she used it the first time, so. Oof, double face there.
Enemy remaining.
A little too much to stand for. 3v1. It's just gonna be Ju Kim. They're probably aware of this lurk timing, but ooh. I lied? Ju Kim scanned by that Sova drone. Sova not expecting them to be that high up. It's gonna be just 2 remaining defenders on that site here. Artemis, aggressive angle here. Great shot. 4K in the round. 11-9. Still UCSD lead by 2 here, but we have quite the match here, folks.
Oh, yes, for sure. Back and forth scenarios. This time, Jen does not go on a rampage again and is immediately shut down by Violent Moon this time.
This time, she does not go ballistic.
Yes, for sure.
And
With Violent Moon kind of adapting.
KD here, yeah, I mean, after 2 aces, I'm not sure I'm not sure there's much wrong you could do after 2 aces, to be fair. Artemis now committed that Blade Storm once again, looking into that garage area, which actually UCSD haven't been pushing that hard except for Ju Kim a few times on the late work. Crystal Bird 50-50 duel uni, aggressive shenanigans at it again. Look, trying to win that duel against their opposite number, but it's gonna be Artemis. Knives just pinning down that jet there. Yunji, the fire rate is gonna end up winning that duel 3v2 now for UCSD. But a little fake tap, trying to see if they can find some here, but
Spike planted.
no aggression yet. Ju Kim, ridiculously aggro position here. It's gonna be the drone coming out. Ju Kim perfectly aware. This teammate's baiting this quite well also. A flash coming out there. Low HP Jen just taking a few jiggle peeks here, just delaying them as long as they can here. That bait is looking pretty good. Ju Kim a little early in the bait and switch setup, but eventually the pick is going to go in the favor of UCSD. 2v1 now, and Joja just stuck in the link position with the spike slowly ticking down here. And that's going to be the round there. Slice taking run and guns. See if they can catch Joja there with a straight bullet. And it is going to be the backstab and the rifle taken out of their hands there. 12-9 for UCSD. Just match point for the set, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, UCSD, especially Ju Kim, is just really kind of making it an annoyance, being an absolute rat in their spawn, creating these timings, and making it a lot harder for Violent Moon to really start getting those retakes.
Yeah, Ju Kim looking perfectly even on that leaderboard, but ridiculously good impact on the mid-rounding positions from them. A little bit of a classic long take there, running. Oof, Yunji. Stinger looking a bit threatening there on that close angle, but Yunji just shuts down instantly. Deny. Oh, never mind. Ju Kim, round winning position once again, and it's gonna be 2 in the round for them. Just finally traded out 3v1. Flashes in your face, shorty in your face, and Jen's gonna be closing that out for UCSD.
Oh my word.
I wasn't even ready for how fast Ju Kim got into that position.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's mainly just because I think that Violent Moon are more prioritizing just getting those fast retakes. And the issue with that is that you just open a lot of the map. And And I think Gia Kim is really just abusing the fact that they do leave that space open.
Yeah, I mean, Jen there just one away from the 30 bomb. Crazy play by them on Haven, fine form, and that's going to be UCSD coming away with a 2-0 victory in this match against Violet Moon. Violet Moon looking to mount, putting up a little bit of a fight there in the second map, but in the end, eventually, UCSD, the mechanics and individual skill there shining through, and that's going to be, well, UCSD, your victors, 2-0 once again. Yeah, that'll be it for this Valorant match tonight. I hope you folks had an entertaining time. I sure did. I mean, watching, like, I think we saw 3 aces today. I mean, that's the best a caster could ever ask for. So, big thanks to our players for putting on a great show for us. And that's going to be us signing off. Have a good night, everybody.